Hi, today we're talking about 10 steps you need to know to buy a home in Northern Colorado. Let's get started. Hi everyone, Julie Abel here with the Abel team, Keller Williams Realty. Today we're going to be talking about 10 things you need to know as a buyer when purchasing a home in Northern Colorado. Let's dive right in. Tip number 1, determine if you're ready or not to either purchase your first home or maybe your second home. So this looks different for different people at different stages of life. So in order to do this, you'll want to sit down and evaluate your finances, look at what your savings looks like. If you're renting, determine whether or not the amount that you're paying in rent is better spent on a new home. Hint, it probably is, especially if you're looking for a home in Northern Colorado. And if you're looking for that second home, either as a rental or a vacation property, you also will want to evaluate if you have enough equity in your current home, how much additional savings, and if you would want to do that purchase as a cash purchase or as a home equity line of credit or refi. I have other videos about that, so if you want to check out the channel, more information that I have on second home ownership, be sure to look at those videos as well. Tip number 2, you'll want to get a pre-approval letter from your local mortgage lender or a proof of funds letter if you're paying cash for the home. Both of these will put you in a really good position to know how much you're going to be spending on the property, what you qualify for in way of a loan. It also lets you go back and look at your own personal finances if you're paying cash for a home, so you know exactly how much you want to spend. And that leads right into tip number 3, determining how much your budget is for your home purchase in Northern Colorado. Are you wanting to buy a second home? Are you wanting a new home? You need to know exactly how much you can spend. So working with a mortgage lender in tip number 2 will help you really get a good grasp of what that looks like. If you're wanting to spend cash for the purchase, then you know how much you have available, funds ready to purchase for that home. Number 4, you are going to want to hire a real estate professional. Now, we talk about this on the channel a lot. You want a real estate professional who is going to listen to your needs and not only give you access to the MLS and keep abreast of properties that are hitting the market currently. A real estate agent will actually go above and beyond and start looking at off-market properties for you. And in this market, that's super, super important because Northern Colorado is a very competitive market. Tip number 5, now that you've picked out your real estate professional that you're working with, you can start setting up appointments and looking at properties with them. This is the fun part of the home buying process. Hopefully by now they have gotten you down to a number of preferences and what you're really looking for specifically. And as things come on the market or as off-market properties become available, they can take you on that next step so you're actually viewing homes. Number 6, now that you've gone out and you've checked out different properties that you might want, you've narrowed it down to the one, it's time to make an offer. You'll sit down with your real estate agent and come up with a contract that puts you in the best light to the seller. This involves a lot of communication with your agent, and just stay flexible during this process. It's very delicate depending on what's going on in the communities that you're looking at during the time of placing your offer. Tip number 7, now it's time to inspect your home. You have put forward your best offer, it's gotten accepted, and you've turned in earnest money. So as a buyer, the next thing you want to do in Northern Colorado is get your inspection scheduled. This will help you learn everything you need to know about the property you're getting ready to purchase. This is a buyer's right as part of the contract, and it's definitely a critical step in buying your home. Tip number 8. Now, this falls right in line after tip number 7 of having your inspections done. Tip number 8 is go ahead and schedule your appraisal or any surveys if they're required for the property. Appraisals, if you are getting a loan on the house, your bank or mortgage lender will require this. It's just to show that value is, that you're borrowing on the property is in line. And for surveys, if you're buying a property that has an unusual lot, you may be required to get a survey per the title company. It's all, these two things sometimes are optional depending on your loan or if you're buying a property with cash. The survey thing really depends on if the underwriting for title is requiring it. But I put it in here as a step because it's pretty important in the process if it's required. Tip number 9, it's closing time. I can't sing, but this is an awesome time for you as a buyer. So now it's time to close your property. You've gone through all the steps, you've done all the inspections. Now you're working very closely with your real estate agent to set up closing time. You're working with title to make sure that all the funds are transferred in time for the closing date. You are converting all of the utilities over for the day that you take possession of the house. There's a lot of moving parts and pieces to closing the house. So just be sure to continue to be working with your real estate professional and be ready to celebrate. This is a great day. Number 10, time to celebrate. You have bought a home in Northern Colorado. Whether it's your first home and you are moving in there to live permanently, or it's your second home, maybe you bought a place in the mountains that you can't wait to escape to, you need to celebrate. This is something to be very proud of, and it's quite the accomplishment. It's been a process, and you're here now. Invite your friends over. Have them help you move some furniture. Have a barbecue. Kick back, relax. You've done all the hard work. Time to enjoy your new home. So there you go. There are 10 steps for buying a home in Northern Colorado. So a lot of these steps I went through, we have way more in-depth videos on the channel about going through these processes. Specifically, we've got videos on earnest money and how to do a survey or inspection. Be sure to check out our other videos here on the channel to get more information. Hope you're having a great day, and if you have any questions about the real estate market in Northern Colorado, we want to be a resource for you. Thanks. Bye.